we are set, ready to rock for this team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go.
Out of the Wildcat, this is Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 in excellent field position here. And Detroit getting set to go now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now the offense heading back out there. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
To say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. Third down here.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's got a noon one. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Kaepernick, they're going for it on 4th. He's going to fire one. That's caught at the 25. 26 yards on the play there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line, first and foremost, to stop him.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Kaepernick, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It's going the other way.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Kaepernick now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, in right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body, back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Kaepernick. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 8 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Out left side here to Bryant. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side.
Touchdown, Detroit! A big play there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Lions add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Kaepernick now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now at Ford Field as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On first down, Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Call it a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yards...
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Michael Strahan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Wide open receiver complete. A nice gain of 21 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish,